Hi, everyone. Gerry Dulac along with Ray Fittipaldo. Your Steeler Report brought to you by Savinas, Kane, and Gallucci, your mesothelioma and asbestos lawyers. With over 85 years' experience, call them now for a free consultation. Ray, the defense got back at the offense finally. We've seen the offense control some of these practices, scrimmages, if you will, and sometimes in a very physical fashion. Defense got back at him today. I was talking to some of the coaches before practice, and they said the defense needs to rebound, and they did.
Yeah, Mike Tallman finished practice today with 7 snaps from the 1 yard line. Najee Harris and Jalen Warren scored, but those were the only 2 times they got in the end zone. And then the traditional 7 shots to open practice, Jerry, which is 7 shots from the 2 yard line. Defense also won that 5-2. So you're right. The offense has done very well, but today with the goal line short yardage situations, the defense obviously had the better of it.
You know, Ray, another day of practice, another opportunity for Justin Fields to continue along the way he has been, which is getting a big look from the coaching staff. As long as Russell Wilson still isn't really taking part full time as we might expect. I was told once again that Russell Wilson is fine. They're just being overly cautious. It's not a Joe Burrow injury, but they don't want it to become a Joe Burrow injury. So that's why they're being ultra cautious with him. There's still plenty of time. They're not even to the first preseason
Right.
game. Of course, that's Friday night. You're not going to see Russell Wilson play in that game. But as they go forward, you see him play a little. Obviously, they'll want to get him behind center. But if he's their starting quarterback for week one, which he is, he's not going to get a lot of time in the
No,
preseason.
no. So that second preseason game against the Bills, and they're also going to have a joint practice. I think that week is going to be huge for Russell Wilson because traditionally that last preseason game, I know it's changed a little bit since they went from 4 to 3, but you kind of want to get your starters out of there early so you can preserve them for the regular season. So I agree with you. I don't think we're going to see him in this first game, which makes that second game and that second week of practice leading up to it all that more important for Wilson.
Ray, I'm still baffled, as is everybody that I've talked to about Russell Wilson's injury, how it occurred, pushing that heavy sled on the first day of conditioning drills. I still don't understand it. I don't know why you'd have a quarterback do it, especially a 36-year-old quarterback. And everybody I've talked to, whether immediately involved with the team or around the team who knows Russell
Right.
Wilson and knows people, still don't get it either.
It's a
Could
head.
you imagine them asking Ben Roethlisberger to do that? I think Ben would say, I'm good.
It's like asking one of your left tackles to go out there and kick a field goal or something, right? I mean, it has nothing to do with anything that a quarterback does. So they've been lambasted for it. I'm sure the new strength and conditioning staff they've had a talking to. So I don't think we'll see that again. But hey, for at least the time being, Russell Wilson is still dealing with that injury.
Ray, I think their punishment should be they should go out and have to push that heavy sled. It's just, but I think what happened, and I don't know this because Russ hasn't said this, but I would imagine knowing him is that he's trying to not fit in, but do what everybody does. This is his first, obviously, training camp with the Steelers.
Right.
So if that's what they do and they say that's what they're going to do, he's going to go do it. Still makes it ridiculous to ask
It
him to do
does.
that.
Yeah, and sometimes quarterbacks can be labeled prima donnas because they don't want to do certain things. And Russell, I think, is the complete opposite of that. Everything he's done since he's arrived, communicating with the players, taking them to California, working with them. He wants to be a part of this. And I think you're right. Probably that first day that he reported, he says, "Oh, everyone else is doing this. I'll do it too."
Ray, a couple young guys that one in particular, DeMarvin Leal, is really having a standout camp. The coaches see it. He's looking like the old athletic guy. We saw him several times today in team drills. I'd point out to you, I'd say there he is again running downfield to
Yeah.
make a tackle. He's showing that athleticism again, and that is very positive for the coaches
Yeah.
because he took a step backward last year.
He did. He's in better condition. As you said, he's running more. Also, if you noticed, Jerry, before they signed Marcus Gilden, and even after they signed Gilden, T.J. Watt will have an off day,
Golden.
and yeah, Golden.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, they'll have different guys in different situations, and just like he was when he was a rookie, DeMarvin Leal was playing some stand-up outside linebacker. So he didn't do that last year when he was heavier. He's dropped 10 or 15 pounds now, so he's able to get out there and do that again. And what does Mike Tallman always say? Versatility can be your best ability. And if he's one of your more versatile defensive lineman. He's going to have a role in this football team.
You know, Ray, I think a lot of people, they certainly ask me about this, but I don't want to say he's a forgotten guy. But Cory Trice was last year after they took him on the 7th round. That was going to be what they thought was a big part of their defense. Two big physical corners, Joey Porter and Cory Trice Jr. Mike Tomlin at one point during the spring called them his avatar corners because of their size. You know, Cory Trice was the biggest corner at the combine. He is still the biggest cornerback on this team, but he's coming back from that ACL injury. Just pretty much 1 year anniversary, August 1st last year. Yeah. First day they put on pads, he tears his ACL. Never got a chance to show anything after that in pads or in a game, but they saw enough of him in OTAs that they really piqued their curiosity about this guy. They liked what they saw, and now he's back. He's on the field. They don't want to fully use him just yet. They're kind of just slowly integrating him onto the field. They want to make sure he has confidence in that knee before they have confidence in him. But you're seeing him on the field. We saw him today, even on the 7-on-7s. He was in there with the first team.
Yeah, it's not unusual. 1 year out from an ACL injury to be where he is right now. I think the hope is that, you know, if he is completely healthy, that he could be on the 53-man roster and could be your top backup at outside corner. And you mentioned the comment from Mike Tomlin about his avatar corners. It's not just the physicality at the line of scrimmage of being able to play press coverage. It's also that length and being able to shut down those outside passing windows, you know, from the hashes to the sidelines. That's why Mike Tomlin really likes to have those guys on his roster. So they have one now in Joey Porter who's going to start. Dante Jackson is a little bit smaller on the other, but as you know, he's in the last year of his contract, right? So there might be an opportunity for Cory Trice to maybe be that guy next year. So it's going to be interesting to see how he comes along here the rest of this camp.
And you know what's funny about Cory Trice, too? He not only has that size, 6'3", 208, he ran a 4.47 at the combine. So he has those physical measurables that coaches like, and he's so good in press coverage. But yet he lasted until the 7th round. Right. So there must be some questions about him somewhere.
Yeah, and he had a couple of injuries in college. He also had an ACL his junior year in the other knee when he was at Purdue. So you know, we saw that with Peyton Wilson this year. That guy is a terrific athlete. You scratch your head and say, how did he last until the end of the 3rd round? Well, NFL coaches and GMs are worried about those second contracts. Can you get to a second contract and be a productive player for us? So I think guys like Trice and Wilson might have a shorter career, but you very well might see them be impact players in that first contract year.
Well, the Steelers are off tomorrow. They'll be back at St. Vincent College here in Latrobe Tuesday. Don't forget, it's a morning practice Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And, of course, the game on Friday at Acrisure Stadium against the Houston Texans. For Ray Fittipaldo, I'm Gerry Dulac. You're watching Post-Gazette.com.
Thank you for checking out this content from Post-Gazette Sports. If you watch this video on YouTube, please like the video and subscribe to our channel. For all of the sports coverage the Post-Gazette has to offer, visit post-gazette.com.